So my shift starts off with a big group meeting. This is kind of where the large team overall goes over our big objectives for the month, big things coming up, a little bit of a brainstorm for some different things that we could do to appease stakeholders. I don't really have to sit in on these meetings, but my supervisor thinks that it will be a really good idea for me to kind of see what it's like at the next level past the internship. But then after that meeting, we do a little team meeting similar to a stand-up at a normal software company, where we kind of go over our team's objectives, what we individually are kind of looked up to do for the week, and even sometimes on a day-to-day basis, because that can be helpful for some people. So yeah, after that, I come back to my little station here, and right now I'm kind of reading over some different documentations for this super cool program called Anti-Gravity. I'll delve into that a little bit later, but yeah, so that's just kind of how my shift starts. Alright, so now let's kind of delve into some of the technologies that I'll be using for this job. First, I'm kind of looking into anti-gravity with Google. It's kind of similar to Cursor. I've heard, honestly, it's a little bit better. My specific institution that I'm working with uses Google products and Google Gemini, so Claude and stuff is off limits. Not necessarily off limits, but it's not recommended or requested. So I highly recommend, honestly, for y'all to also check out Google Anti-Gravity. It's a super cool IDE so far, and it pretty much uses agents to kind of code your different projects that you need. So I think it's really cool, and it can be really helpful for some of the different side projects that you might be working on. Currently with this specific internship, there's a big conference at the end of the semester. So this is I wanted to look at a project to personally work on so I could maybe present at that big conference about. So I was kind of coding up a little idea. I was pulling up Figma. I was going to start designing, and then I plug in what I want to create, and it looks like Figma has its own agents that you can actually create working front-end applications with. At the end of the day, I don't think it's actually using the AI part that I want to personally use, but I think it's super cool. So I would definitely also check out Figma, check out some of the different agents that they have with that program. I genuinely didn't know this was a thing. I'm shocked that it even came up with anything that actually works, and it actually does what I want it to do. But after kind of peeping in the back end, I can very clearly see it's not really using any artificial intelligence. There's no tokens or anything that I plugged in for it to even start working. But I think it's really cool. It's a really great way to maybe build a personal portfolio or a quick project mock-up for MVP or something like that, for you to see the different web apps, or maybe even mobile applications that you want to start developing. Now, another big thing that my team is working with is the 3D printer, which you can kind of see behind that computer I'm working with. So right now I'm kind of throwing up some mock-ups, maybe doing a macro pad or something to help when it comes to coding or video editing, something similar to the Framer Editor Pro or something like that. I think that'll be a really cool product to kind of create on my own, just to see how I can intertwine my computer engineering with that software engineering side of my job. This is literally the coolest job I've ever had so far, and the fact that we can literally play around with a 3D printer and do things like cable organizers, which is what I'm working on now, is super cool. So now I'm kind of putting them all together for us to give away to different students and companies for some future events that we're going to go to. So yeah, enjoy me putting together some of these organizers and hopefully not breaking any pieces. All right, back to the drawing board for the macro pad that I'm working on. Someone on my team already does this whole 3D development and like virtual reality, augmented reality like development. So I'm kind of like playing around in her space, but I will say like this is super cool. And I haven't really played around with like Tinkercad or Blender or even Fusion 360 in like the longest. So it was kind of like a cool little homage to my past, because something, a little fact about Courtney is that back in my day I used to have a 3D printer at home. So that's why I'm like here today messing with this one, because I kind of already know some of the systems and how it works and how to replace the filament and stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of playing around here. I'm watching this video, like you can kind of see it in the bottom left of my screen, where I'm learning how to wire a macro pad, and then also I'm learning the schematics on how to wire a keyboard so that it can actually work. Don't think that I'm not doing my actual job here, which is pretty much like surface level development, where I'm updating the website for a couple of different areas. I don't really have access to the systems yet, so I'm just kind of learning how to use our content management system. But in addition to that, I'm definitely trying to learn how to like, get a little environment going so I can kind of sandbox and play around with it. Maybe add some like features to our mobile app for like IT services that our department brings. Time for the fun stuff. The 3D prints are finally done with this batch, so now I get to again break apart some of these cool little organizers and then put them back together, and then I also get to like replace the filament so we can do some more golds up in some of the new designs. So yeah, just enjoy this process of me breaking apart the different plastics, and I have a little ASMR clip in here for you as well. And then now I'm just kind of looking in the back end of the website, seeing what's kind of hosting it all together. So yeah. I personally became equipped with like the knowledge to earn a role like this through using courses like Scrimba. I absolutely love this platform. I have the pro membership, and even with the free membership, you literally learn so much. So I highly recommend checking this website out if you're trying to start your coding journey.
wrap up my day in one of my favorite places on campus where I just kind of lock in and work on my solo startup, follow along and learn about what I'm doing with that. I'll link a video up above where you can learn about some of the different technologies I'm using to be a solo startup founder.